Renee, how do you even how do you how like how do you do what Dr. Felice is saying and protect yourself against it if you don't even know, if you've walked into a place and you're like, I trust what they're saying, like this is cool. How would you have, I don't know, I guess the question is, how do you think that we can better protect ourselves in those situations?
Thank you. So it validates what Black women always feels, that our concerns are always being dismissed.
Hmm.
Whenever we say, and when we have a hunch, like, I'm talking to you about this, but you're just smiling with this plastic smile on your face, nodding like you really understand what I'm saying. And it's not that you really understand, it's just the fact that you're not understanding. And I can see you just seeing that dollar sign, clean, 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 just chiming as I'm talking, because you're not caring what I'm saying. You're thinking about, how can I lead this person into some type of unnecessary surgery or whatever it needs, because that's what they're looking as lining their pockets. And they are, I believe, is kind of like an attack
Hmm.
with towards Black women, because they already have those perceptions about, oh, our pain level, how we describe pain. Oh, that's unnecessary. Whatever they're saying, that pain, it really isn't that pain. You know why? Because they're stemming back way back in the day when they did a lot of other things that they just believe we can take the pain. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I get really emotional about this, but
Yeah, that's okay.
how you can prevent, and I believe as Black women, you get your Bill of Rights and get your questions lined up before you go into that office. And you say, I don't know, you're going to have to take your 15 minutes of time that you have for me. And these are the questions I need answered today. And if I don't feel that, then I'm going to have to report that to get someone else to talk to me, where I can feel comfortable that you are really listening to me.
Yeah.
Because I believe they just ignore us as a whole. And we have to go in there with a game plan for ourselves when we are advocating for ourselves, and have our questions lined up, do our research as has been suggested, and go in there. Now I understand there's like, oh, Black women are aggressive, Black women are this. You know what? You can say whatever you want to say about me as a Black woman, but I am taking care of my health and I'm responsible for it. That's it.
That's right. That's right. It makes me think of when the first time a doctor recommended that I get a hysterectomy, I was about 33 years old. I have a history of fibroids, and they are big and bad fibroids. I still have them to this day, but they're all up and down there. And I know that like is common for Black women. And so one of the first things that when I walked into the doctor's office, he was like, "You're still young. But if you don't have any children, we could just take your uterus. We could take your uterus. We'll leave. We'll do a partial. You know. Do you feel like, Dr. Angeline, that when other doctors, not Black doctors, non-Black doctors, are dealing with Black women, it is just like a means to an end? They're not going through the gambit and saying, "Well, here are your options." Are they just going directly to that? And why do you think that is?
I think it can go either way, right? I've had some great experiences with those who didn't look like us, and I've had some not so great experiences with that and those that look like us. I remember I went into a doctor's office one time, and when I walked in, I had got hurt on the job, and so they sent me to the doctor. It was a big sign as you walked into his office that said, "You and I will get along very well as long as you remember that I am the doctor and you are the patient." I was like, oh God, we're gonna have problems already. I could already see it.